Is anyone else extremely fed up now of hearing absolutely perfect guitar playing? And I'm talking note perfect, almost robotic sounding perfection when it comes to guitar playing on social media, in songs, whether it's by bands like, I don't know, I'm not trying to sort of push the polyphias and all that kind of thing into this category, but perfect, ridiculous guitar playing. I'm just so fed up of it. It's almost kind of making me really disconnect from actually what I hear these days. I can't really listen to new music, and to be honest, this actually goes further than just guitar playing. It's usually music in general with singing as well. I hate how overproduced everything is these days. I hear anything, and the second my brain picks up on like the absolutely tuned to death vocals and things like that, I disconnect from it. I don't want to hear it. I want to hear somebody singing. I want to be impressed by how amazing somebody's voice is, not how amazing it was edited on a computer to sound good. You know, listen to anything from previous decades before all of this stuff started happening. I think that genuinely is why music from the past few decades is still around now and people still like it, because you can connect with that more. Anything that's being made now, I just feel like new music is not gonna stand the test of time. I think in the next 10 years, who's still going to be singing and listening to music that is released now? I don't know. But in 10 years' time, people will still be listening to the Beatles and AC/DC and Metallica and whoever else, like, because those songs are timeless, and I think people will always be able to connect with them on a human level because they sound real. They capture real emotions. I can't even really connect with any good lyrics in a song these days because I don't feel like there's a human singing them to me. I feel like it's as I keep saying, a robot. I made a video a while back about how AI is kind of taking over a little bit, and even taking people's guitar playing videos and then someone's making them have different faces and things with AI and re-uploading them. Like, is that the future? And to be honest, even the actual videos themselves in their initial form, even those aren't real, because the guitar playing's been so heavily edited. I don't really know where I'm going with this video. I just haven't uploaded a video for a little while, and I've been sat here thinking, what do I want to make a video of? And this is another reason why I've not uploaded a video, is because there's so much stuff out there now. Everything is so overproduced and so perfect that it's actually kind of, it makes me not look forward to making videos as much, because I just feel like my videos can't compete with all this perfection, and I have to do this as well. I have to make overproduced stuff just to get noticed, and I don't know, it's disencouraging, if that's the word I want to use. So I don't even want to edit this video that I'm making now. I want to upload a video to obviously put into my YouTube and everything like that, but yeah, I'm just kind of having a bit of a moment here, and I really hope I'm not the only one. I don't want this video to sound too ranty, because I hope that you guys actually agree with me. I hope there's still people there who actually think, you know what, yeah, things have gone a little bit too far. We've kind of got to a point now where we've gone so far forward that the only way we can go is backwards at this point. And do you know what? I would absolutely love things to go backwards. I don't want to sound like a boomer and everything like that, but I would absolutely love more people to start posting guitar content and making music that is real, where the first thing they think of when they've recorded their guitar part isn't, let me just fix that, let me just edit that, let me just dub this bit that I missed, let me just make this perfect. Or if it's singing, when you've recorded a vocal, I don't want the first thing to be, okay, let me just put the auto-tune on. Don't put the auto-tune on. Leave it, leave it to sound real and natural. I mean, even with auto-tune, there's still a way to tune vocals without taking the personality out of it, There's a fine line between fixing a vocal and just completely putting this blanket of auto-tune roboticness on top of it, which seems to be the industry standard these days. This is why, when bands release new music now, I can't stand any of it. Even if the songs are alright, it's just like, it just doesn't even sound like the band. I'm even hearing new music by bands that have been around for decades, and it doesn't sound like them, because it just sounds like it's been replaced by this AI version. I mean, you can replicate voices with AI and things like that. So maybe, what's to say in future that if certain bands stop existing because their singers died or something like that, they can still make music with that singer's voice using AI. It's mad. It's mad. You know, I don't know where it's going to go. I want you guys to do me a favor if you're watching this video and you're not just kind of clicked off from my rant already, is leave me a comment. Leave me a comment about anything. Whether you agree with what I'm saying, leave me a comment, let me know your thoughts. If you disagree, let me know, leave me a comment. Because obviously as well, as I said about making content, it's difficult to make content and not be discouraged by what we see online because of all this perfection I keep saying. But one thing that really helps any creators, if you guys do like my videos and things like that, is just to interact with my videos. So if I could ask a favor, it would be to leave me a comment, leave this video a like, just so it has a fighting chance amongst all the other things that are being uploaded and things like that. So yeah, leave me a comment, let me know what you think. But yeah, I hope I'm not the only one. That's what the main point of this is. And I would love in the near future for things to start going in the opposite direction and we see more real music. Even drummers, you know, they might record their guitar parts, drum parts, and then they just fix it all. They quantize their drums, so they take all the human elements out of their drum playing and they fix it to make it robotic in terms of timing and everything like that. They put it to a grid. And I know things need to be in time, and I know things need to be right when you're in the studio and stuff like that. You don't want to listen to something that's all over the place. I get that. But at the same time, you know, it has kind of lost that human edge to it. You know, there's certain songs that you would listen to, like maybe like old AC/DC, or a lot of the older bands that used to record without a click. They would just go in the studio and record live without a click and play. And when you listen to it now, you're just so aware that you're listening to a live performance. You know, you can tell that when this band were in the studio, they were all there, they were all playing, and they captured something awesome. And that's why it still sounds good now and it still holds up. So that's what I would love to hear more of. Bands going into a studio. Imagine if, I don't know, name a band, Metallica. The first band that came to mind, but any band. Imagine if they said, on our next album, we're going to go in the studio and we're going to record everything live and we're going to put out that. It's going to be obviously mixed and mastered and everything like that, but the performances are going to be live. That would be awesome. I would be all over that. Especially if they then went, and we're not going to tune the vocals. We're not going to do this. We're not going to do that. Or at least if they do, they're not going to do it to, you know, a ridiculous level. It's going to be just a little bit of light polishing just to sort of, you know, icing on the cake sort of stuff. I can deal with that. I can deal with a little bit of icing on the cake. And you know what? This is going for me as well. I made a little bit of a promise to myself last year, or a little bit before that. Anything that I upload from now on isn't going to be perfect. It's not going to be edited. I really hate when you're flicking through social media and you see somebody's guitar playing video and they're just miming to a track that they've previously recorded. And yes, I've done this. You've probably seen some of my videos where I've done this before on my channel. And I've always hated doing that. I just felt like I had to do that to compete with everything else. So, you know, that's another thing. From now on, I'm not going to do that. If I upload any guitar playing, it's going to be recorded at the time that the video is being filmed. And I need to try and get a bit more used to accepting my flaws. Like if I make a mistake in my guitar playing, then that's real. That's how my guitar playing was. If I struggle to play something, if I miss a bend or a note or something like that, unless it's really bad and I completely mess the thing up, then, you know, I'm going to try and leave some more of these things in. I saw a video the other day of some girl singing on TikTok. And for once, what caught my attention is that she was singing a cover of a song. I don't know what it was. It was some pop punk thing. But she didn't auto-tune it. There was no auto-tune. There was no fixing. And it sounded really raw. And all the comments I couldn't believe were people going, this is terrible. This doesn't sound good. This sounds awful. And I was like, it doesn't sound terrible. It's not awful. It's just real. It's just a real voice. It hasn't been fixed. It hasn't been edited. This is what music sounds like before it goes through all these things. And I think we're in danger now of people having ridiculously high expectations and unreal expectations of what is actually real and what isn't. You know, it's kind of a dangerous point. I mean, I used to do live streams as well on TikTok. I'd be playing my guitar live and just jamming along to songs. And if I ever made any mistakes, the amount of people who would be like, "You're a bad guitar player. You're not very good." It's like, no, this is what happens. I make mistakes. I'm not a robot. Not everything has to be perfect, and all these videos of guitar playing online that people see are perfect because they've been edited. So people think that that's how guitar playing is, and it's just not. I'm going to leave this there anyway. It's just what's been on my mind. And yes, this video has been a little bit of a rant. But as I said, you guys, leave me a comment. Let me know what you think. Do you agree with me? Do you disagree with me? But yeah, I'd love to know your thoughts and everything like that. But I will be posting more guitar videos soon, don't worry, of me actually playing and things like that. Anyway, take care of yourselves. Have a great day. See you in my next video.